What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live. People, if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel. People, we highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel? It's down there strolling below. We appreciate anything you guys can do. Make sure you guys share the videos, man. Keep it pushing. Hit the like buttons, people. Yeah, man, listen. I know I said I'm gonna do the studio, people. Listen, probably right after I do this show, I'll probably start unhooking shit. I recently just got an email of saying where my shit is. My shit been delayed for like weeks. And I ain't even get that much shit. I only got like some stools or some shit, and I got like a new refrigerator and a mini refrigerator, and it was something else that I needed and shit. But I know once I hook that shit up, I need that shit to hook up first, kind of like, so that's like, so I can, the wires and everything can go. If I start putting shit up together, I gotta rewire shit. I gotta move shit out the way. So once I wire it up and put it there, and then I put it back, I put the stuff that I want to put back there, I can leave it there. But it is what it is. So hopefully, I may not even do it today. I might do it tomorrow. What's the day? My fucking allergies is acting up, man. What's the day? Tuesday? Yeah, the day Tuesday. So probably Wednesday or Thursday and shit, I'll probably start breaking down that part with the studio period. I gotta break this shit down. I definitely gotta break this area down probably first. So I can move. I got a new table and shit coming. So this shit, it'll be here. It's much smaller too. Like my table's big. The one I got, whatever. And then I'm taking a couch and then I'm moving it back there. Then I'm bringing the bar here. Then I gotta move my leather chair over here. So it's gonna be a whole different setup, people. Listen, it's gonna be nice, man. Anyway, y'all got, excuse me, man. My fucking allergies acting up, so it seems like I'm itching and shit. This is my allergies, man. Been fucking with me since I woke up. Yeah, but anyway. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully, shit, the fucking, a couple of shit I ain't even gonna see till next Tuesday. Y'all, I'm so fucking mad about that. I've been on for like almost 2 weeks now, and I was waiting on this shit for about 3 weeks. And it's just been delays and shit, man. I'm mad about that shit. But anyway, so I probably don't start fixing up the shit that I need to do that part of the studio. It won't be here till fucking next Tuesday. Hopefully it come a little earlier than that, but still it wouldn't matter because I go back to fucking work Sunday. So it's like, this shit is gonna have to wait the next week. But hopefully I got the table coming here, so I could probably hook this part of the studio up and still do some shows next week. But hopefully I can get that done today. Well, before Friday. What's the day? Tuesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, hopefully I can get this part done. So we'll see. Anyway, so people, this is why I say we can't talk to stupid people. This is a prime example of it. And listen, people think that because people go to college and they get college degrees and they're educated, and you know, from far as like a educational point of view, right? When you are not even morally bankrupt, when you're bankrupt from experiencing other people's culture and life, and you see it only just from afar sometimes, to you it's not that big of a deal, right? It's like poo-pooing on people saying like the border issue, the border issue is not a big deal, right? It's a big deal, but how much does it really affect you, right? Do it help? It stops your day-to-day of living? Probably not to a lot of people in the country, but to some people it does, right? So you don't ignore it. You don't act like it's not an issue because you're not. It's not directly having an issue far as directly to you and your family, right? And your atmosphere and your life, right? But you have people out here, and it's mainly, listen, and it's mainly, I don't know if some white people just play stupid or they're really naive and stupid, right? But this is why I don't have conversations with these type of white people, right? And because I think they think, racism not a big deal to them. Or they want to make it in their mind, I'm not a racist, so why should it be a big deal to me, right? So we're going to get into this. Shout out to Dr. Richie for this clip, man. It's just sad to see this type of shit, this type of behavior from people. Because it's like I said, is he playing ignorant or is he really this ignorant? But anyway, let's move on. Let's get into it.
Gentlemen, welcome to the bullpen. All right, he's back in the bullpen today. We have Juan Velez-Mil, commentator, Young Voices. He's made appearances many places, Fox News, Telemundo, MSNBC, the list goes on and on. We do not hold those things against him here. Good to have you back, Juan. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. I got to ask you, man, we're going to chop it up about this erasing of racism.
Actually, I do. And no disrespect to Dr. Richie, but actually I do. Because at a certain point, I told you I'm not playing with people this year. At a certain point, if you're only getting your information from one side, then you're not really having a true if you wanted to have a conversation with me, we're not really having a true conversation. You're just coming to spill your rhetoric. And for me, I don't have time for that because I hear it all the time. So I don't need to have a conversation with somebody like that. Right? Well, you know what I mean? So, yes, I actually hold it against this guy. You only really do conservative shit. You go over there and you spill rhetoric and act like that shit makes sense. Because only over there that shit makes sense. So that's why you only go over there to make that fucked up point of views. Right? So I don't know. Like I said, I guess it's for me. I can see this shit and people can't, and this might be because I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, so I can see the both sides of fuckery. And so I could debunk a lot of shit because I'm not loyal to either side. You know what I mean? I'm about the people. If I'm loyal to anything, I'm about the people. So it is what it is for me.
Of racism, and not in the way that it sounds. The Republicans are trying to erase racism by acting as if it doesn't exist, never existed, gaslighting people. It's not the kind of erasing of racism that we actually know could hopefully erase some of the racist elements inside of this country. Why do you think there's this push, and everybody seems to be on the same page, to erase the reality that racism even existed in America? I don't want to presume what you know, believe about that particular topic. So if you would give us your proclamation, I would then opine.
I don't really know exactly what you're talking about. If you have a specific example and I could respond, because I do think that a lot of the times, like,
he knows what Dr. Richie is talking about. Because he's getting ready to spill a little bit of bullshit that he's getting ready to say. Like, he knows what bothers him about what he feels that the other side is doing. That's all they do. That's an everyday, all day thing that both sides do that shit, and it's annoying. Even the Democrats do that shit. I get sick of it. Listen, both sides cannot be telling the truth at the same time. It's just impossible. Right? So somebody's lying. Or is it that one side, or even whatever side it is intentionally not telling the whole truth? But to me, it's just still a lie. So, that side, and I see this side. Nah, bruh. Nah. Some shit is just factual. Some shit, you can have all the feelings in the world. What is factual? And then whatever your train of thought is and what you think about shit doesn't really mean that it's facts. Because it's your feelings. Your feelings all the time is not facts. So it's just weird to me. That's why I say I don't even know why people have conversations with people like this. But let's move on.
the times like we hyperfixate on race to a degree that's quite detrimental.
Right.
And you see this whole race hustling world taking over politics. And when you look,
racism, bro. Like, listen, every time I hear them race hustling, what the fuck that mean? And mind you, you never heard anybody from the left ever call anybody or saying the other side is race hustling, right? Like, you never heard nobody on the Democrat side say the people on the right is race hustling. They only have said that to, from my understanding, from one person when I first heard it, from Jesse Jackson. They said that Jesse Jackson be out here race hustling. And then they said that about Al Sharpton, right? That's the first time I even heard anybody say that shit from the right. When they was describing two black men. That regardless of what you think about them now or what they have done, they have did some shit for the community. Maybe not in the total way that we accept at this point of their bullshit. But, you know, love Jesse Jackson. He's sick now. He's old now. But Al Sharpton? Yeah, Al Sharpton, listen. I would even say Al Sharpton be out here race hustling. Right? But was it really race hustling? Because that was kind of his job. When shit go down in the community, he's supposed to be out there. That's his job. That's his responsibility. So a lot of people got upset at that, but I can see it both ways when it comes from black people. When we say it, I get it. But when I hear a white person say race hustling, bitch, y'all don't talk like that. So when you're saying shit like that, you're talking about black people. And now you're trying to say because some liberal white people fuck with black people and they defend us, now you're trying to say they be doing it too. No, don't do that. Stop it. And another point too, he talking about all this race hustling and all this racism and people race hustling. Listen, bro, your side, the whole point of y'all policy is a lot of times is about race. You pretend that it's not, but it is. You say shit about black people all the time. This whole notion that they don't see race. It's just weird to me. But anyway, I don't want to talk about it. Don't talk about it. I'm tired of hearing it. Stop watching shit that talks about it. You can always change the channel, motherfucker. I don't understand people's... Let's move on, man. People weird out here.
When you look at it, I was, watching the show before this, and you're talking about the right of neo-Nazism, and you're talking about some of the cases with cops killing innocent black people. And those all matter, but at the end of it all, like, those are not the priorities of most Americans.
Well, speak for yourself. It's a priority of a particular...
Of course. Let's just go off his narrative. Of course it ain't for... From his point of view, most Americans are not thinking about that. Of course it's not. Let's just go off his narrative. Of course they're not. Because of the simple fact, you ain't black. That's number one. So, of course, you can't understand a black person's plight. Or how we perceive ourselves in this country. And how we think a lot of the times that how some white folks perceive us. Right? Because like I said, no black person walks out the door and be like, oh, we encounter a white person, it's going to be some racism. Our thing is, it's most likely going to happen. It's a very high percentage that we may encounter a racist white person. Shit, listen, for black people at this point, could be a racist Indian. It could be a racist Japanese person. It could be a racist ass Mexican. That's black people's plight. That's how we see shit, right? And we're most likely a high percentage right about it, right? You're a white man. You never leave the house and thinking, oh, it's gonna be some black people that's going to be racist to me today. You ain't thinking about that. You ain't thinking that it's going to be some Mexicans that's going to be racist to you. You're not even going to think there's going to be some Chinese people that's going to be racist towards you. So your plight doesn't mean shit. Your opinion about majority of the people, if the majority of the people that you know or you saying that feels this way, of course they don't feel that way. I mean, of course they feels that way because the simple fact that it's not a priority for them. It doesn't affect them like that. See, they keep failing to realize of, regardless of materialistic shit, black people, we got feelings too. We don't want to walk around on eggshells around this fucking country, or every time we get around white people, we got to be like on guard all the fucking time. Just waiting for some shit to pop off. You think we get a kick out of that? No. You think we don't feel bad when a racist ass white person call a black person a nigga? Imagine you with your kids and the motherfucker call you a nigga. It's like, you know how demeaning that is. But see, he doesn't care about that because I'm just so sick of hearing about racism and, you know, this goofy ass white dude. Any young guy that's what make it so bad. Because I told you, they want these young, ignorant ass white people to be raised as ignorant as he is. That's why they don't want to talk about race. That's why they want to teach kids about treating others with levels of respect. That's why they don't want to talk about black history. They don't want to talk about real American history, which is black history and Native American history. Even Mexican history in this country. They don't want to talk about none of that shit. The Japanese, whatever. Shit, Italian history. They got history in this country as well. No, people act like they don't want to talk about shit. Just want to walk around and act like everything all good. Everything ain't all good, man. Let's move on.
Particular group, and you don't have to subscribe to that group. So how dare you say that's not a priority to most Americans, because statistics betray you, sir. But I will give you a proclamation. Are you talking about? I will give you statistics in just a moment so that you can stop gaslighting them.
First of all, they don't believe in statistics unless it lines up with theirs. So he's like, what statistics are you talking about? Like, you really care about statistics. You only care about statistics when it lined up with your fucked up points of views. A lot of people are like that. This is not his ignorant, stupid ass. A lot of people like that. People go out intentionally to find certain shit on the internet and Google shit, and they don't do even another deep of a dive to figure out, is this shit actually factual? Listen, as a black person that lives in this country, I'm skeptical about everything. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm very skeptical about everything. But when some shit just makes sense and statistics lines up with it, and the truth is there and factual things that happen, you cannot sit there and twist and turn and try to say, well, what, this may, no. Some shit is just what it is. And leave it as that. Stop trying to fuck with shit. It's like American history. You're trying to fuck with some shit that you already know that's there. Leave the shit alone. Unless you're going to increase people knowing even more. But if you're just trying to cut shit away so people won't know about some shit, then you're doing a disservice to the whole fucking country, really. And you intentionally doing that. So to me, you're a bad fucking human being. But let's move on.
Lighting, dear brother, you asked me a question. I'll provide an answer for you and a proper education along with it. So the question you posed is, what am I talking about when I'm saying that there is this erasing of racism in America by those who are conservative by acting like it never happened? Nikki Haley said that this country has never been a racist nation. It was, in fact, Nikki Haley who said that the Civil War, when she denied that it was fought over racism or slavery, she said, I should have said the truth in a later interview. It was Governor DeSantis who said, well, this is destroying our children. It's called critical race theory, not even taught in K through 12 education. So when you talk about the reality of racism or slavery, look at the policies as well as the proclamations that have been made by major presidential candidates. And you can't dismiss the reality of slavery. Hold on, brother. I ain't finished. You can't dismiss the reality.
And let me pause it there. That's the problem with you conservative people. You don't listen. See, when facts hit you, motherfuckers, you want to rebuttal something that you can't rebuttal. But you want to make up shit. Nikki Haley, and it ain't just her, it's a whole bunch of them. Sit there and had a nerve to say that the country was never based on racism. You know how insulting that is to black people. But she doesn't care about that because, you know, I dealt with racism back in my day and I'm fine. So what, bitch? So what? What the fuck do that got to do with me? I ain't Indian. I don't give a... Listen, I'm not even going to say that. I don't give a fuck. You ain't black. So how the fuck you going to tell black people that America was never based on racism? When our ancestors were slaves in this country. Your ancestors come from India, bitch. You only a first generational Indian. American Indian. You don't even use your real name. You don't even use your real name. You took the most whitest white girl name, Nikki. I'm Nikki Haley. Your last name is not even your real name. Real last name. Your last name it comes from marriage, from a white man. And then you took a white woman's name, Nikki. Nikki's not even your middle name. Just trying to tell y'all, man. Listen, this is what happened when you talk to stupid people. Yo, I swear to you, man. These people, they gone, man. They lost their mind. I don't even know why. Listen, shout out to Dr. Richie. I get why he doing it, but for me, a part of me don't get it. Because it's just a waste of fucking time. It's entertainment, I guess, blah, blah, blah. You know, I got too much shit going on in my day to be, like, caring, actually sitting down with stupid people like this and trying to explain shit to them. Because you're not debating. You're not even debating. You're explaining shit to them. Because they're acting like they're so stupid and ignorant that they don't know what the fuck really going on. Or if they that fucking ignorant, then why are we having a conversation? Maybe you go need to educate yourself some more. To come fucking talking to me. I don't even want you talking to me. Fuck a conversation. Fuck a debate. Don't even talk to me. You that damn ignorant.
Reality of a DeSantis appointing a school board in Florida who says, well, you know, skills, trades were learned by the enslaved, highlighting something positive.
Dr. Richard,
let me tell you why. No, man, I'm not finished.
I just have to disagree with you there.
You can disagree, brother, but when I'm finished. When somebody says that about slavery.
Hold on, because I want y'all to hear what Dr. Richie said. And these are facts. These are not, because Dr. Richie is black and he probably leans more to the left and that's why he's saying this. No, these are just facts. This got nothing to do with his beliefs. This got nothing to even do with his association with the left. These are just plain facts. And I keep telling people, I don't care if you try to twist and turn facts. The facts is going to be the facts. The truth is going to be the fucking truth. Right is right. You can try to twist that shit to any way you want to make it fall in, like, to make your own point of view or make it bad. But facts are facts. Truth is truth. Right is right. He's getting ready to speak the gospel. Because see, this gospel right here. Because everybody should tell these stupid people this. Since they want to play stupid, they want to or they want to act like they stupid, or they want to, and if they are this stupid and ignorant, then this the shit you tell them. Because this is debunk all their theory. You know how insulting it is as a black person, regardless if I went through slavery or not. My ancestors been through that. And just like a lot of other races of people care about how their ancestors are perceived, we do too. It's insulting to black people to tell black people in America that, you know, well, at least they learned some trades from slavery. What? Come on, man. Come on, man. That's like me saying, you know what? I raped and tortured and took this white girl and enslaved her like my slave, but she learned how to wash clothes. She got some skills. She not an on. The bitch know how to build a house. She know carpentry now. Motherfuckers is gonna look at you like you lost your damn mind. Think about that. But that cocksucking racist Ron DeSantis had a nerve to say that on a national TV platform. His ass right there should have been forced out of the race. They should have been trying to get his ass out of office in Florida for saying that shit. But we live in a time where everybody is comfortable with racists being racist. And I'm very sick of this shit. I'm not going to pussyfoot around it and act like, oh, well, we don't know what's in his heart. Of course we don't. We don't know what these motherfuckers are thinking until they say it. Fuck out of here, man. His ass should have been, should have been an uproar over that. How the fuck you gonna say that? But no, they just like, kind of makes some sense. No, it doesn't. That let me know how ignorant you are or how racist you are. But either way, it's still fucked up. But let's move on, man. This is the gospel, right? This is the truth to all you racist people that says that shit and agree with Ron DeSantis. Tell him, Dr. Richie.
Understand what slavery is. Slavery is human sex trafficking. Slavery is murder. When have you ever heard someone contextualize a human being trafficked, or a child or another human being murdered as they learned something positive in the process? Never, except when it applied to the enslaved Africans in this country. Go ahead.
And like I said, tell me that ain't racist. And with everything that Dr. Richie just said, it's factual. Factual. That's like some motherfucker saying, well, you know, Hitler, he did what he did, tortured and enslaved the Jewish people. They learned some skills. But they learned some skills, though. You know how much uproar it be from the fucking Jewish community? You know how much uproar it be about sex trafficking? Be like, well, at least the kids learn some skills, though. Think about that. That's why we call people like Ron DeSantis and people that think like him and agree with him racist. You only say that about black slaves? You ain't never heard nobody say no shit. Cole, you see what I'm saying? R.I.P. to the mamba. You see what I'm saying? This is why I don't have conversations with stupid people. This is the prime example why. And then people are like, how you gonna call somebody a racist? You're using the word loosely like that. Listen, man, I know a fucking racist when I hear him. Would you say that about somebody else? Would you say about the Holocaust survivors or the people that died in the Holocaust? Would you say that about them? They learn skills, though. Matter of fact, it was no different than, what's his name? Bill O'Reilly. Many years ago, this motherfucker said on a national TV, on Fox News, said, well, you know, the slaves they did get fed. They did get paid because they had somewhere to sleep and eat. What? They didn't sleep in houses. But even the houses that they had, the little huts or whatever the fuck they had, they built it. It ain't like the white people built the huts. A lot of our ancestors slept outside. And the only reason they even fed them was because they didn't want them to die. They wanted them to keep, so they can keep enslaving them. What are you talking about? Bill O'Reilly is a fucking racist. I don't listen, man. All right, man. Y'all keep pussyfooting around and pretending these people ain't racist. Nobody says that. I would never say no shit like that. You can call me woke, you can call me a bigot, you can call me whatever you want to call me. But you ain't never heard me say no shit like that. At least, you know, at least they fed them. That's like me saying that shit about the Holocaust. At least they got fed. You know, they had a roof over their head. They learned some skills along the way of being enslaved. You ain't never heard me say no shit like that. I know a fucking racist when I hear one. Anyway, let's move on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, of course I think slavery's bad, and I think Nikki Haley's comments were not great. I'm not a big Nikki Haley fan. In regard to CRT, I think...
That ain't got nothing to do with because you don't like Nikki Haley. Shit, I don't like a lot of you conservative motherfuckers, but I ain't gonna call all of y'all, especially if you don't vote for Trump, I ain't gonna call you a racist because I disagree with you on politics. And I may not like you, actually, personally. But that had nothing to do with it. Well, I don't like her, so I disagree with it. No. Just because I don't like somebody don't mean I gotta disagree with them. They could be saying some real shit that's factual. Fuck out of here. There's plenty of people I don't like, but says real shit. Personally, I don't like them. And I don't mean like on like, I think they're sellout, they're coon, or they're racist or something. I just personally, they're not a type of person, they're not my taste of type of people. So I just, you know, I kind of like, you know, it's a vibe with me sometimes. Well, I ain't gonna say sometimes a lot. It's a vibe. It's the energy got to be right too. I just don't fuck with everybody. And then sometimes you see people with energy. It was like my old principal and shit I used to work with at the school, right? This dude, you know what I mean? I just didn't like him personally. Just wasn't my type of speed type of dude. He wasn't a bad guy. I just didn't like him. Sometimes you don't like everybody. He said some real shit. This motherfucker, he went to Black Lives Matter movements in March. He did shit. So he did shit for the community. The dude is a principal. He was a great principal. He cared about the kids. I could say great shit about him. But just personally, he's not my type of person. Personality-wise, we just don't click. But I wouldn't put that brother down in that way of saying that he not a good man or he ain't a good person. That means nothing. Yeah, I don't really like Nikki Haley. So you don't like her, so that's why you think what she said is wrong. So if you liked her, you would make excuses for her. Fuck out of here, man. People.
Yeah, I think most Americans don't like CRT, and it's not.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, critical race theory.
What is it?
Well, you tell me what it is. Like critical race theory.
But if you don't like it, you got to know what it is.
Time out. Because, see, the one thing about it, they never get questioned or they never get in front of people that question them, what is critical race theory? They just get on platforms and they say how they don't like critical race theory and they make up their own definition of it when it's not even the truth of it, right? It's not even the factual definition of what critical race theory is. And they're not used to people. That's why he was like, you tell me what it is. Because he don't know what it is. listen, people, for me, as a black person that actually educates himself, I fully, to a certain extent, because I don't even know what critical race theory is to a certain extent, because I know that it doesn't get taught, right? It doesn't get taught from elementary to high school. It doesn't get taught. I don't even think they teach that shit in regular colleges. They teach that shit in law school. They don't even teach that shit in regular college. So critical race theory is not even being taught. I knew nothing about it until probably a couple of years ago. Because I didn't see it. Like, you get what I mean? Like, and I ain't trying to be no lawyer, so I don't know nothing about it. And still, as a black person that has some type of education and very intelligent in the way, I still don't know what critical race theory is. I really need to probably take the course to really know what it is. And really, like, dig deep in it. And that's probably something that I will do, just to like, you know, just to know more about it. But I couldn't tell you fully well, I know, listen, the definition of critical race theory is data of things in the country that affects just not black Americans, but it does affect black Americans more, about systemic racism in different entities in you say corporation, schools, whatever it may be in life, right? Your day-to-day life. And that's the far as I can get from that. I actually probably know partly what it is. But the full extent of it, I know they don't. Because I don't know the full extension of it. Because it doesn't get taught. And if you don't go and try to like educate yourself on it or take the class of it, you won't really know what it is. Just because people talk about black history, that's not critical race theory. Just because you want to talk about race, that's not critical race theory. It's not. But they tried to group all that shit into their definition of what critical race theory is. But it's not. But anyway, let's move on.
You got to know what it is, brother. You said you don't like it. What is it?
Of course I know what it is. So critical race theory is that you use a critical lens in which you hyperfixate on race and you see how it affects different parts of society, and you use it to make decisions on how law yields disproportionate effects and blah, 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 blah. But on education...
But that's not what critical race theory is.
I was going to say that. Even the definition of the stuff that I found out about critical race theory, and I don't know everything about it, that's not what critical race theory is. That is not what that is, bro. It's not what that is. That's not what that is. Listen, man. I wish. Nah, man. Let's move on, man. Shit is ridiculous.
Theory is. Critical race theory is a theoretical framework utilized in doctoral studies in order to analyze particular cause, effects, and outcomes. It is not something that is traditionally taught in any type of collegiate atmosphere until you get into doctoral studies. Sir, allow me to finish. You use a theoretical framework, critical race theory. Most people can't even define it, much less utilize it appropriately. And in the Florida laws, where we said, or they said, okay, anti-critical race theory is the bill. Guess what was not doctoral studies?
Let's listen to what Dr. Ritchie said, what critical race theory actually is, because he's actually took the course. He's actually went to law school. Okay. So all the motherfuckers be pretending they know what critical race theory is, and they ain't never been to law school. They don't, and never took the course. They don't know what the fuck critical race theory is. I wouldn't sit here and tell you I know exactly fully what critical race theory is. So I didn't never go to law school. I didn't study it in law school. So I couldn't tell you. But anyway, let's move on.
In order to analyze particular cause, effects, and outcomes. It is not something that is traditionally taught in any type of collegiate atmosphere until you get into doctoral studies. Sir, allow me to finish. You use a theoretical framework, critical race theory. Most people can't even define it, much less utilize it appropriately. And in the Florida laws, where we said, or they said, okay, anti-critical race theory is the bill. Guess what was not in the law? Critical race theory. They never banned critical race theory. They used that as a front, and critical race theory.
Because he about to break it down. Listen, they used it politically, and they didn't know what the definition of it was. And then when they did that little education bill of getting rid of critical race theory, it wasn't even in the bill because it couldn't be in the bill. You know why? Because it's not taught. It's not taught in elementary school. It's not taught in middle school. It's not taught in high school. It's not taught in college unless you go to a law school. I do know that. How you gonna get taught something? How somebody's teaching people critical race theory when they don't even teach it? How are you gonna teach something when you don't even know what critical race theory is? You think a fucking elementary school teacher knows what critical race theory is? Do you know does she know the definition of it? Does she even know what the course is? In the course, do she know? She don't know. Not a middle school, not a high school, not a college person, not a college teacher, professor. They don't know because you have to go to law school to educate yourself on critical race theory. You have to go to law school for that. And then even everybody that goes to law school doesn't take that specific course. So how the fuck do you know? That's why, believe it or not, when you hear Dr. Richie speak about it, that's because he took the course. He knows what it is. So if anybody gonna say what critical race theory is, and for me to believe them, it will be Dr. Richie, because I know he took it. I know he went to law school. And actually went to law school and took the course. Come on, man. Let's move on.
Critical race theory wasn't even confined in the context of the document, because what they were banning was one thing: teachers' ability to teach actual history.
That's not true.
It is true. You can look it up.
My brother's going to Florida.
He said that is not true. How you know? You don't even know what critical race theory is. Have you went to the law school? Have he went to law school and actually took the course of critical race theory? No. So how you know that's true? I mean, how you know that's not true? You know nothing about critical race theory. You don't know more about critical race theory than I know about it. I know bits and pieces of it, but I don't know exactly the whole totality of what critical race theory is, because I didn't ever study it. Let's move on, man.
He's going to a Florida school right now. That's
so
not
your brother
true.
learned critical race theory?
Something that you're making up.
No, your brother. Wait a minute. Your brother learned critical race theory?
He didn't learn critical race theory. Like, I understand some conservatives use that term as
well, that's what I said to you.
Well, that's what that is. You said your brother goes to school in Florida, and they teach that. But then you say, then Dr. Richie asks you, So your brother knows what critical race theory is. He's got taught that. Then you like, oh no, I'm not saying that. I know what some of the conservatives say. What the they say that. So you know better than the conservatives, right? You know better than Dr. Ritchie. Dr. Ritchie actually took critical race theory. So you're telling me that you know more about critical race theory than the person that actually took the course of critical race theory. See, this is why you don't have conversations with people that's not on your level. And it's not about education. It's about just using common sense. You can't contradict yourself if you believe in what you believe in. You stick to what you know. You can't contradict yourself if you stand on what you believe in. You ever ran into a full-blooded racist? You ever heard a full-blooded racist speak? Regardless if that shit doesn't make any sense, they stand on it. So how can you tell them they being hypocrites? They can say, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about your truth. I don't care what the truth is. All I know is my truth. I wish people would stand on that shit, regardless if you think it's wrong. Stand on it. Don't be a hypocrite. Stand on your shit. You can't say on one hand your brother was getting taught it, and you know that it's getting taught, but then when Dr. Ritchie said, so they taught your brother critical race theory. No. Come on, bro. Let's move on.
To you.
Yeah,
you just proved my point.
What I mean is that critical race theory is used by education professionals to then push a certain agenda and the way things are taught.
What agenda and what
ways to advance?
Time out. How can you push an agenda when the people that's the educators never took the course? You cannot push. You listen. Damn this. Oh man, I can't stand when I gotta have these conversations. Listen, people. Listen. That's like me sitting there trying to push some type of agenda, right? Of you need to be a plumber, right? And I know nothing about being a plumber. I know little shit, but have I actually took the course or went through the training to be a plumber? I can tell you anything I learned off of YouTube, but did I actually go and study to be a fucking plumber? No. So that's like I'm telling the plumber, hey man, I know more about this plumbing shit than you did. Really? Really? So the plumber say this and say that. Well, no, this is what that means. No, that's not what that means. But no, I'm telling you, that's not what that means. You're sitting there telling a fucking plumber that got the skills, went to school for this shit, knows the definition of every goddamn part, what a part means, when to use a part, and you're sitting there because you Google some shit on the internet about plumbing. And you sit there pretending you know more. You can tell a plumber how to do their motherfucking job and what certain shit mean and when you're supposed to use something and when not to use it. Get the fuck out of here. Only plumbers can debate to other plumbers about certain shit. That's how that go, you stupid, ignorant motherfucker. How am I going to teach some young people about plumbing and I don't know nothing about it? I know a teeny little bit. I know how to do this and know how to do that, but I don't know how to do plumbing, period. Because there's safety measures that comes with being a plumber, too. But I don't know none of the safety measures. Now, I'm sitting here acting like, oh, I know about plumbing, though. Do it this way, you know. Man, please, let's move on.
It's an advanced
agenda?
field.
No, tell me, what agenda?
That agenda is basically if you go to a very liberal university or a very liberal school, is very guilt centric, and you make students talk about race in ways that are meant to make them feel bad.
Listen, let me just say this. First of all, I ain't never heard that. First of all, that's a lie. Number two, let's go off his narrative that is true. That you go to liberal schools and the liberals make you feel bad. Who make who feel bad? Who? That's the question I'd ask them. Who make who feel bad? White people? So black people ain't gonna be able to feel bad because we're talking about the people that our ancestors that was the same color skin as us that got enslaved. We ain't gonna feel no type of way. We gonna feel good because we demeaning, how he's saying we demeaning the white children, the white people, and so we get a kick out of that. But so are they? Because these are questions I need to know. Are these educators uplifting black people of being slaves? Be grateful that your ancestors were slaves. Is that what you're saying? Because I know damn well they're not doing that. It's the most stupid shit ever. And see, and it's all about white victimhood. They want to be victims because they are uncomfortable of talking about real life history. Because it was their ancestors. Listen, I don't want no white person that has never been a slave and ain't do no racist shit to nobody. Even if here and there you was ignorant to racism and you made a follow the crowd or got raised to be a certain type of way and you was being racist, but you understand better. I'm not talking about y'all. Well, I'm talking to all of y'all. I don't want no white person to feel bad about something that their ancestors did to mine. Never want you to feel bad about that. I want you to just have an understanding that our cultures are different. And that when we see somebody being mistreated, regardless of what color skin we are, we step in. And we defend the person that's being oppressed or being abused or being mistreated. That's the whole point. These are the whole points of having conversations about race to me. And I think that comes from a lot of black people. We don't want white people to feel bad and feel guilty. Feel guilty about what? You ain't enslaved black people. Fuck, I want you to feel bad about that for. Like shit, I probably want you to feel bad about what happened to our ancestors and the effect that it has had on our community. Yeah. But I want you to feel bad because your ancestors was racist? A lot of them? A whole lot of them. No. No. It's the most stupid shit I ever heard in my life. I told you, racist people, they can't make common sense points. They shit always can get debunked, and it always sounds stupid when it comes out of their mouth if you really think about what they're saying. So teachers are intentionally making white kids feel uncomfortable. That's their whole point, to make them feel uncomfortable. But let's go off of this. Both races should feel uncomfortable when we talk about race. I know I do. I don't get no kick out of that shit. I don't like talking about race. I wish we didn't have to talk about it. But hey, it is what it is. But on some moral level, yeah, we got to talk about it. If I meet a white person, sooner or later we going to talk about race. It might not be the first thing we start talking about or something like that, but sooner or later we going to talk about it because we going to have to, because I got to know where morally you are. Because you only could be fucking with me just because I'm a cool white, I'm a cool black dude. And you be like, oh, he a cool black dude. I like you. Not because I'm a cool person. You might just fuck with me because I'm a cool black person. Listen, when anybody, whatever race it is, we all are uncomfortable speaking about this shit. It just seems like these modern day white folks, all of a sudden, now they feel like they're victims to this shit. Like they the only ones feeling bad and feeling a certain type of way when we talking about race. We all uncomfortable. Do you hear the pain in black people's voice when we speak about this shit? It's painful for us. We ain't enjoying this shit. Now listen, it's very rare, but it's a real small percentage of black people that do that, that do enjoy that. And we don't agree with them motherfuckers. And we talking about black folks. We don't agree with them. But yeah, come on now, stop the nonsense. Everybody should feel uncomfortable when we talk about race. Everybody. And I hope everybody does. I don't fuck what race you are. Racism is real. We ain't like, it's bad, it's evil. That's some evil shit. To have that in your heart. To have that in your thought process. That shit is evil, bro. It's madness. Let's move on.
Feel bad. It doesn't really it doesn't advance the interests of most Americans.
But I'm asking what class
all that
you're
it's
talking about.
flowing
What's the
is
subject?
social cohesion in this country. Just hyperfixating on race makes no sense.
Do you have any answers at all? What class? What subject? What are you talking about?
Some schools have like specific like race dedicated classes.
Like what? What's the name of the class?
I would have asked them what's the name of the school. Cause see, a lot of these motherfuckers say a lot of the shit that they say out their mouth, and if I'm a school and they name my school, you defaming my school, I'm gonna sue the shit out you. Because you're gonna need evidence for that. But he can't name a class because it's not getting taught. But anyway, let's move on.
I don't remember. It's a particular class in my university. I didn't have that in Florida back then.
What university did you go to?
American University.
Public or private?
It's private. That was private.
Do you pay for the classes?
Yeah.
Let me just say that. I can't stand when I gotta explain this type of shit. But anyway, listen. You paid to go to a private school. Did you learn about what they teach there? Did your parents? Because, you're young. I get it. Did your parents? See, these are questions you need to ask these stupid ass people. But anyway, so it's a private school, right? He went to a private school and this happened. Okay, that's a private school. You had to pay to go there. It's not getting taught in public schools. He had to name a private school. So it's not getting taught in public schools. So your point of that they're pushing critical race theory in private schools, you could say that, but and then we had to do a little bit more deep. I truly think he lying, but it could be factual, right? He could be telling the truth, but I have never heard nobody say that they're getting taught critical race theory. They had critical race theory courses in class, and they're being taught that shit in public schools. He couldn't name one. He had to go to a fucking private school that he said that he went to, and that's what they did. He don't even know what critical race theory is, because if you know anything about critical race theory, it's about all entities. So whatever course he took, critical race theory would have some type of, it would be a part of that agenda in every class. Not just one. It would be in every class. I'm telling you what he's talking about. That's why I know he's not telling you the truth or telling you the whole truth. And that's even worse. But he had to learn about black people and the history of black people, and he doesn't like that because it deals with race. It deals with people that look like him being racist. And he don't want to get perceived of being racist. Like black people just roll around the world. I mean, roll around in America, and every time we see a white person, he racist. Yeah, that motherfucker racist too. Yo, we gotta watch him. He racist. We go, yo, yeah, man. Who this white dude? He probably racist. Black people don't move like that. And if you really truly think that black people move like that, then that lets me know the ignorance about you. It actually lets me know that you probably the racist. You're the one perceiving us that way. We don't perceive you that way. I don't know why you think that black people, we're going off and we're doing shit like that. We don't do that. And like I said, that's how I know that you don't know black people like that. You can have a couple of black friends, mean shit to me. Sit amongst a whole bunch of black people and get thoughts. Because all black people ain't the same either. You got to remember that. Let's move on.
Which means you get to choose what classes you take, correct?
No, I didn't choose that one. That one was forced on me, and most.
It was forced on you. What class was it? What was the name of it?
See, these are the things I need to know, cause I like to ask questions, cause shit don't make sense to me sometimes. So I have to ask questions. So was it like a high school or something? Because I know in high schools now, and I even knew when I was going to high school, you can kind of choose what classes you can kind of take. So I know it's probably a little different now than when I was going. So it's probably even more that you could choose your classes. Right? But there's some classes you may have to get. But anyway. So this was a high school. That's what you're saying, because I don't know what college makes you take a black history class. I don't know what college this is. What liberal college you went to that told you that you gotta take a black history class? That's craziness. I ain't never heard of no shit like that. Honestly, people, let's move on, man. Listen, I ain't the most smartest person in the world, people, but listen. I ain't never heard of no shit like that. Where you go to a private school. I guess he's talking about a high school that this could have happened. But if he's talking about a private college, even in that private college, they can't make you take certain classes. Not that I know of. But anyway, let's move on, because none of this shit makes no sense. I think he lying.
What was the name of it?
It's about identity and the structures. It's basically, yes, critical race theory. But
what's the name of the class, dear brother?
It's called AUX to race, identity, and something else. I don't really remember.
And what was your major?
My major was international relations. But if you're an engineer, you have to take
in international relations, taking a class about diversity, inclusion, or equitable principles is somehow antithetical to you understanding international relations.
No, I have a friend who was a computer science major, and he had to take...
Oh, okay, then. So what are you bitching and complaining about? See, you can't have it both ways. It bothered you, but it didn't bother you. Listen, I don't... See, this is why you don't have conversations with stupid people, because they give you brain... They'll fuck your brain up. Because you sitting there trying to really truly understand, what is this motherfucker talking about? And then you start losing your intelligence having conversations with stupid people. Because they're lying and making up shit and just dumb. Because that shit works on the people that they be around. That's just as probably dumb as they are. I told you, that's like you sitting in a room full of plumbers, and everybody in here got a plumber's degree, and you're sitting there, they having a conversation about plumbing. The best thing for you to do is shut the fuck up and be like, and ask questions. Not be sitting out there trying to give your point of view on it. You know nothing about it. Like, yo, I don't get it.
He had to take it too. But anyhow, I digress.
He had to take a class.
What I will say,
AU
Dr.
class.
Ritchie,
Come on,
Dr.
man.
Ritchie, what I will say, and I think this is important, is that every year over 1,000 people are killed by cops, and you know many of them are innocent people, for sure, and that should be something we have to fix. But now in America, the priorities of the American people are crime. If you live in a big city,
you heard me say, he said maybe that's something that we need to fix. No, that's something that we need to fix. Innocent people are dying. I don't give a fuck if it's the percentage of the percentage that is high of people that got killed by the police. The percentage, it was justified, if you want to say, right? I don't give a fuck if it was 1% of innocent people dying. It's a problem. Because if it happened to your family, I think you would care. Somebody innocent die in your family. Give me a second, people. Making all that damn noise. Anyway, she don't know how to just watch TV and shit. She got to yell at TV and shit. But anyway. But yeah, man. I don't give a fuck if it's 1%. It's an issue. It's a problem. Oh, maybe we gotta fix it. Ain't no maybe. It needs to be fixed. Especially when you know people are, some of these people are intentionally killing people. And nothing happens to them. Anyway, let's move on. See, this is the buffoonery that we have, these type of people that's walking amongst us. And they really truly think that they're more smarter than the rest of us. Their points of views and their life matters more than the rest of us because they feel that they're more intelligent than us, or their opinion means more than others. But anyway, let's move on.
More people are killed in New York and DC together than the entire country by cops. More people are afraid of a crazy homeless guy with a chainsaw than neo-Nazis or a cop. So this is just about priorities, and I think that your priorities, at least...
Actually, believe it or not, I ain't gonna speak for all people, but for me it's not. For me it's not. I don't give a fuck what the threat is. It's a threat. But I'm not moving around the world. I mean, moving around in the country or in my environment scared of shit. That's just me. Other people are different, but I'm not. Listen, all that shit is dangerous. All that shit is a worry if you want to be honest about it. But I'm not walking around with fear in my heart for shit, because anything can happen. Any crime can happen. But when you're just pinpointing certain things, then yeah, we focus on it and it's an issue. You don't just get to like poo-poo somebody, a whole bunch of people's focus with, listen, if it was a whole bunch of rapes going on, and some people got an issue with rapes, you don't ignore them, even though the percentage ain't high where you from, or you don't think it's very high to really think about or care about. That doesn't mean that it's not an issue for these people, the percentage of these people that's saying it's an issue. You don't shun that shit. So we only should focus on what you think that we should focus on. Then you're assuming that we don't care, because he's going to get into that, assuming that other people don't care about these same issues that he care about. When you When you say you don't care about other people's issues that they have an issue with, then why would they care about the issues that you care about? I'll wait. So we continue to sit here and have conversations with people that don't care about other people's shit. It's not a big deal to them, but they want you to care about what they want to care about. And we should focus more on that. That like your shit, your opinions don't matter, your feelings, your concerns don't matter. This is what the right wing does. Listen, and don't get me wrong, sometimes the Democrats does it. But do they do it as much as that side does it? No. An issue is an issue. Nobody's saying that the border ain't an issue. We're just saying if you want to go off the majority of what people in the country care about, these are certain things that people care about. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's see if we can fix these things. Because soon we can fix these things, or at least try to pass policies and laws to fix these things. Then we can focus on other things that what people, a lot of other people have problems with, then nobody, it's a percentage, but it's not as high. So we can work on these things. But they don't want to do that. But let's move on.
At least on your show, are not on the right place. And that's a problem. And this is in part what I think our country does not need. We don't need more division. We need some social cohesion. That's some of Tim Scott, very lovey-dovey, but he's doing...
Fuck out of here. That whole, we divided. So it's just the left fault. So it's just the left fault, people. It's the left fault. They got nothing to do with it on that side. On your side where y'all at, it's not, it's just the left. They don't want to come together and talk about things. They don't want to come with conclusions and fix issues. Only your side wants to do that. Okay, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know why people want to have conversations with people like this. I don't understand. If you're gonna start talking this way, then stop talking to me about coming together. You just sat here and told us that we shouldn't. People spend too many times talking about these issues and don't worry about these issues are the issues that I think that we should worry about. So their issues don't mean shit. Because you don't really care about those issues. But it affects people, others that you're talking about. Maybe they are main issues in their life that we need to be talking about and trying to fix. But you don't want to talk about that. Okay, man. Let's move on.
But he's doing some of that, and that's actually good.
Yeah. So, in your opinion, my priorities are adverse to America, correct?
Your hyperfixation, yes. Because it seems like you talk...
He says hyperfixation, whatever the fuck he just said. Yes. It doesn't matter. He basically just said it. Listen to it again. Listen to what Dr. Richie just asked him.
Yeah. So, in your opinion, my priorities are adverse to America, correct?
Your hyperfixation, yes. Because
your hyperfixation, yes. What we doing, man? What we doing? What we doing here, man? What we doing here? Why are we talking to these people, man? Why are we trying to act like we supposed to care about their things and they don't care about others? And he's blatantly telling you, yeah, you're hyper, whatever he said. Yeah, your shit is not what America cares about. Really. Excuse me. Listen, down to the scumbags in this country, to the racists, to this piece of shit. What you care about matters to me. It matters. Because there may be something in there that I actually do care about, or what you're talking about. But see, I'm willing to acknowledge that and come to the table and acknowledge that and let's try to fix this shit. Let's have a conversation about it. But you say to me, should it come out my mouth? Nah, we shouldn't be talking about that. You don't want to hear me out, but I got to hear you out. I got to listen to all your grievances, but you don't want to hear my grievances. So where we can maybe talk about these things and come together. So when he says we need to be more coming together, only to come together to only care about what his side is saying and what they think that we should worry about. But you want us to come together, though. Tell me how that makes sense. I'll wait. My people, I'll wait. Tell me how that makes sense. This is what we dealing with. So when people be like, yo, Guinea, you say, fuck these people. Fuck them. They don't give a fuck about y'all. They don't give a fuck about us. Why I care about them? I'm petty, nigga. I don't, listen. I'm petty with the best of them. The fuck about, so I'm supposed to care about what you care about? Get the fuck out of here, man. You don't care about what I care about, but you want me to care about. Okay, man, fuck you. That's like having a friend. And only time your friend come around is because he wants you to care about what only he care about to talk about. He don't care about what's going on in your life, but only what's going on. He don't care about what's going on in your life, with how you feeling. But he only want to come and talk to you and care about what he only want to talk about. Think about that. Think about it. We can't talk about nothing else, only what he want to talk about. Is he your friend? Is he somebody that you want to sit down and have a conversation with? Do you even want to hear what this motherfucker is even talking about? About his own issues? Do you care about that? Would you care about it? Fuck no, you wouldn't. If somebody's treating you that way and tell you, why would you care about them after a while? Why would you care about where they're coming from? Or their problems or their issues? Why would you even want to have a conversation with them? This is what I'm talking about here, people. Listen, people can sit and say whatever they want. I know people sit shit in the chat. They send me shit, and they be like, yo, you just ain't trying to hit us out. Why would I? When you have people come out and start speaking about the shit that they only want us to talk about. Whatever I want to talk about doesn't matter because to you it's not relevant. So if that's the case, then your shit is not relevant to me. I'm not no bitch ass motherfucker like that. I ain't no punk. You ain't just gonna roll over me and think, what the fuck? Fuck going on?
Because it seems like we talk much more about neo-Nazis than about immigration or homelessness. At least from what I can tell this specific day.
It's unfortunate, but see, this is your ignorance talking. And so because I understand you're coming from a place of ignorance, I'm going to be gracious. We do talk about immigration on this program.
Listen, he's smiling and cheesing with looking like a fucking goofy, right? Probably ain't getting no pussy, Cause see, that's a problem. Listen, my opinion, that's a problem with a lot of these conservative people. They ain't getting no pussy, bro. They ain't getting no pussy. Not like y'all think. That's why they try to pretend that a lot of them are very uptight. They ain't really had a real sex life. These motherfuckers, they ain't fucked around and got a whole bunch of different types of pussy. They don't know. They all backed up and ain't got no sexual energy. Like, you know what I mean? You got, if you've been around and you fucked a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be out here hoeing. I'm just saying, you been out here, you fuck around a little bit. You ain't all uptight. You know why I know that? Listen, people, when I don't get some for a little minute, I'm uptight. When my wife don't get some from me from a little minute, she uptight. But when we do what we got to do, nigga, we see eye to eye on a lot of shit that we probably wouldn't see eye to eye on if we ain't getting ain't nothing sexual going on. Just being real. Just being real. Niggas always uptight. People, man, listen, man. Let's just move on. This old goofy motherfucker. And just like Dr. Rich said, you come from an ignorant point of view. These dudes are ignorant. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. These are right-wing talking points. You get what I mean? They're just talking what they heard. They don't even know the definitions of a lot of shit that they talking about. They don't even know the meanings of it. They're just like, hey, that's what they said, so I'm going to believe that. This is the type of people we dealing with. But anyway, moving on. These not free thinkers. These cult-like mentality motherfuckers. These are followers. They have no type of leadership skills in themselves. They pretend that they're leaders. Even with Candace Owens, you hear them a lot of times. Right-wing talking points. Racist talking points. They're not leaders. There's no leadership about Candace Owens or Brandon Tatum or any of these guys. Fuck out of here, man. These sellouts.
Program. As a matter of fact, I have a doctorate of science in immigration law from Azteca University. I'm sure you're familiar with the university. I hold a doctorate from there in immigration law. So yes, I do talk about immigration. Number two, we talk about home.
And let me just say this. The bad part about it, this is what I don't like. I do not like when black people have to explain their credentials and their credibility in what they're talking about. Because if I sit down with somebody, right, and I bring them on to debate, or somebody bring me on to debate them, I'm going to do some homework on it. You get what I mean? Or even just to have the conversation with them. I'm going to do a little bit of research. Right? But I like to freestyle a little bit. But you got to do a little research on somebody that you're having a debate with. To know what they're educated in. Know what their skills levels are. Know what their skills are. It's a skill. He knows nothing about this. Like, you really think you know Dr. Richie? Like, come on, bro. Just Googling the motherfucker don't mean anything. A deep dive, you got it. Like, come on. Let's move on, man.
Talk about homelessness and the cause and effect relationship of the ecosystem that's involved. It's a policy dynamic, not a personal dynamic. We also talk about neo-Nazism because there are people who are oppressed in this nation. And if you don't have an intentional advocacy apparatus for those who are oppressed and have the least amount of power inside of a political or economic structure, they will not be heard. They have to have advocates. And unfortunately, most of our elected officials are either feckless cowards or they are purchased by the highest bidder. And so individuals like myself and a few others, we try to be intentional about making sure that they have a prioritization with us rather than those who have money. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, I guess like it's your show.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Because Dr. Richie, you're talking to a dude that is way way more. Listen, you're talking to a dude that's not on your level of fucking education. Listen, we already know that Dr. Richie is more educated than him. It got nothing to do about his age. Because I know plenty of young folks that got way more degrees than a lot of older people. That's not what this is. I know very intelligent young folks. Listen, he's just not that damn bright. Because he's fixated in running with a cult. If you hear a cult of people speak, they're going to say the same shit over and over. Every last one of them, they're going to stand and say the same thing. They may use a word different or a sentence different, but they're going to use the same exact ideology to speak on the behalf of their cult. Let's be real. Let's just be real. Come on, man. These people lost their fucking mind, man. They lost their mind. That's why he like, I guess. Because he don't know. Because he's not that bright. He want to sit here with the big dog. It's like sitting there with somebody that you know that's very intelligent. And it could be intimidating. And you know why it's intimidating, because you know that this motherfucker is very on his shit. And you go try to go have conversations with certain people, you like, oh no, I can't have conversations with this person. Like, you know, or you at least if you try, because some people are arrogant enough to go and have conversations with people that they shouldn't have conversations with. Excuse me. Honestly. It's just certain people that will be arrogant enough to go do that. Instead, he's sitting there and listening and maybe trying to pick up some knowledge and some jewels and some wisdom. Listen, it's certain elderly people that I sit with and I won't say a fucking word. I just sit there and I let them speak and I ask questions. Because you have to. Because especially whatever the conversation's about, when you don't know, you sit there and you listen. You ask questions. You show the proper respect, but at the same time, you asking questions, because even though you know something, doesn't mean that you fully know. We just dealing with people that's just like, we living in a generation now where people just pure arrogant and stupid. We live amongst the stupid. I keep saying that. In this generation, and it ain't got nothing to do with being young and being old. We're just in a time right now where people are just ignorant and stupid. A lot of fucking people. And we're in this cult. Like, people, I'm going to take this side, I'm going to take that side. Instead of really, truly being free thinkers. They're really, truly not. Motherfuckers just sit there and follow anything because it sounds good to them. It feeds their ego. Sometimes people just go watch chaotic shit because it feeds their juices in them, their whatever is in them to fill it, their insecurities or whatever it may be. People go watch that type of shit. People go listen to that shit because it make them feel good about themselves. Because they probably got chaos going all in their life. They probably just a person that like to create chaos. You heard of people that like to just stir up trouble. You know what I mean? Some people are like that.
Show, and I just think that if I were in your shoes, I would talk a little bit more about those issues than about race and some official in some county saying the N-word. I think most Americans, even most
what does it mean? What does it mean?
I can't talk for most Black Americans, but
yeah, but you're trying to. You're talking to a Black.
First of all, you can't talk for any Black people. Because any black person that will allow you to speak for them with your ignorant ass about black issues, they can't speak for black people. No black people. Other than that, their stupid little bubble of stupid black people that they deal with. And that's just a fact. I don't understand, because you know some black people that agree with your nonsense. Nigga, I can go out here and say, I can say the most craziest shit in the world, and I can go out here and get black people to agree with my craziness. If I want to say something real crazy and outrageous and say I'm about that, I can go out here right now and get a whole bunch of ignorant niggas and say, hey man, we about that street life, we about killing motherfuckers and blah, 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 gang, gang, gang. I can get a whole bunch of stupid black people to do that. And ride and side with me. What that mean? That them people make sense? Them people qualified that they can have conversations with people people like me? Fuck no. I can get anybody to do that. That ain't hard to do. We live in a cult country right now. Everybody want to be a part of something. That ain't everybody. Fuck out of here, man. Listen, let me just say this. Because I see a little shit in the chat. I don't know if you're trying to be funny. I don't know if you're serious. But either way, listen, I don't play them gay games. Name is Marcus, interviewer, or some shit like, listen, I don't play those gay games. Don't call me cute. Don't call me handsome. Don't call me good looking. I don't even know what's your point of even doing that. But I don't float that way. I'm a motherfucking married man. I'm a heterosexual male. I don't play those gay games like that. And I ain't got nothing against the gay community, but don't play with me like that. We don't play them gay games over here. We don't play that shit. So don't do that. Because I don't know no female that name is Marcus. So don't play with me like that. Seriously, honestly. Don't do that. Don't play like that. That shit is, it's so disrespectful and inappropriate in a way. It's like, come on, bro. That's like me going to somebody's channel and be like, he cute. Yeah, that guy cute. He's handsome. First of all, heterosexual men don't speak that way. So you playing or you gay, but either way, don't play with me like that. I don't play those games. But anyway, let's move on. Shout out to my brother LT in the building as well. Let's move on.
Over to a Black America right now, so you don't have to go too far.
I'm going to ask you. If you were watching the news, well, it's showing shows, so of course you're going to like it, but would you rather have someone talking about how to reduce poverty or about some person saying the N-word in some office somewhere?
Let me show you how it's connected.
Most of the time, I've noticed,
over time, it's your preference. If you want to be real about it, it depends what people want to watch. Because we know you watch a lot of right-wing nut job shit, so you prefer to listen to that craziness. I can say you shouldn't be watching that bullshit. But to each his own of the stupidity, right? Or to what your preference is, right? If you want a political answer for that, people can choose to listen to whatever the fuck they want to and see whatever they want to see. Everybody had a right to do that. That's the political answer for that. On some real shit, I'm just trying to figure out how these corny ass people in the world think that they can talk to people that won't smack the shit out of them. And I'm not condoning violence. I'm just saying, I don't know where the corny fuck people that ain't really like that got the balls. And I know it's part of the internet, but it got a lot to do with the internet. Where's the balls and the galls? Because, like, yo, it's certain shit that if you said in my face, yo, listen, just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. People play like that, man. Like, I don't understand people play with shit and play with people like that. That's why when people be like, you like seem like I be serious all the time. There's so a reason for that, because I don't want people playing with me. So I got to check the dude about the gay shit that he's saying in the chat. Like, don't play with people like that. Don't play with me like that. I don't play like that. Because first of all, I don't want to disrespect gay people because I'm not gay. So I don't play those roles. It's like niggas sit here. Well, you see a lot of these niggas playing with Shannon Sharp about his sexuality and shit like that. Like, yo, y'all playing with niggas' sexuality like that. Who play like that? I don't give a fuck if you joking. Like, come on. And then you constantly keep saying it until that motherfucker put hands on you. And then, like, because you like, people only play with people because they can play with them. So if I let you know, that's why, like, with the Shannon, like, I didn't like his response to that. Was like, you know, you can debunk this and debunk that. You know, you don't respond to shit that ain't really like that to a certain extent. But if niggas keep playing with your sexuality and playing with your name, because he got upset because Mike Epps was playing with his name. And I got why he got upset about that. It should have went that far? No. But I understood why he was upset. But I don't know why he ain't get as upset when motherfuckers playing with that gay shit about his name. Like, if that's on your name too, that's who you are as a person. You don't play with people's sexuality like that. You don't know that. You just, well, that's my opinion. But then you playing and you laughing and you putting that shit out there like that. Like, and you know, there's people out here and words matter. And people will take, with, especially your followers, will take that shit as gospel. Or then you get other motherfuckers to come out here, other comments. I forgot who the comic was to say, yeah, he look a little zesty and all that other goofy shit. Nigga playing. I don't be out here all the time when I talk about Lindsey Graham, and I can't stand Lindsey Graham. I don't talk about that motherfucker, he gay all the time and keep talking about his sexuality. It doesn't matter to me, regardless, because his behavior I have a problem with, not because he gay. But I say sometimes when gay issues come up and he says some shit, yeah, nigga, we ain't never seen you with no woman, and you act a little gay. I've been around enough gay people to know how a lot of gay people act sometimes. And especially the ones that try to hide it. Come on, man. But I don't play on his name or keep saying, oh, Lindsey Graham is gay and shit like that. No, nigga, when I speak on Lindsey Graham, hey, it's about what he says. It's about policies and shit that he said. It ain't about, you know, to make fun of, try to insult them about his sexuality. Even if he is gay, I wouldn't care. I ain't gonna say that. I care because he been sitting around allowing anti-gay shit happen, and he wound up being gay, hiding it. That's my issue. Not to make fun of him because he gay. So the Corey Hogans of the world and a lot of you motherfuckers playing around with people's sexualities and shit like that, stop that shit, man. That shit ain't funny, actually. Believe it or not, playing with people's sexuality. You don't know he gay. Shit, if you want to be real about it, when people do shit like that, play with niggas sexual, you can question them. Hey, is you gay? Would you got a problem? If I was gay, would you have a problem with it? Or would you have a problem with it because I've been hiding it? If you found out I was gay, would you have a problem because you found out I was gay? And you don't like gay people? Or do you have a problem with it because I hid it and pretend that I wasn't gay? But even if I pretended that I wasn't gay, maybe it was for only, I felt my own protection. But if I'm out here continue to say, oh, I don't like gay shit and I don't like gay people and shit like that, then yes, it'll be an issue for me. That you come out and being gay. It's like Bruce Jenner. I got a problem with him being gay. I got a problem with him being a transgender. You motherfucking right. Because he always been anti-gay people. But kind of find out, this motherfucker been gay a long time. You goddamn right I got a problem with him being gay. And it ain't for the reasons you think. Not because he gay. I got a problem because this gay ass motherfucker for years been sitting out here and been anti-gay. And the whole time he's gay. And then even now that he came out to be gay, he's still anti-gay. Tell me how that makes any sense. But anyway, let's move on.
Like, we hyperfixate on this person said the N-word, this person said this person said that. A little too much.
Well, let me show you how it's connected. Policy does not get to escape your personal proclamation. If there's an elected official that says the N-word, we actually just discussed a cop who sent messages saying, I hate black people. He didn't say black people, he used the N-word. He was extremely racist in the way he contextualized not only black folk, but the attorneys of black people. Told one attorney, N-word, I'll shoot you too. And that got him fired. Now, why is that important? Because right now the DA says that 54 cases are now compromised because those cases relied on the testimony of a known racist cop among them who could.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Richard. God damn, this brother is brilliant. Listen, thank you. That's what that matters. When people like, oh, you know, few bad apples. When you defend few bad apples, what happens is it starts a culture. That is fine. It's okay. You don't get that racist out there, that shit will affect the culture. That's number one. Then number two, look how many, you find out he a racist, he been testifying, arresting people. How you know it wasn't because of the color of their skin? Now he jeopardized cases. That's why it's important. I don't give a fuck if it's a few bad apples. You don't defend that shit. You don't defend it. That's why. It has an effect on everything. Racism has an effect on everything. You can deny it. You can pretend that it doesn't exist. You can do all that bullshit you want. It's a few bad apples. Whatever. Small percentage. Whatever. It has an effect on society. When people just ignore it. But, yeah, it's one person. Yeah. Nah. One person you make an example of doing horrible shit like that. You know why these Negroes think it's okay to go out and shoot dudes in front of people's kids? Because people made it okay. Because you act like people acting like, oh, that was the first time it happened. No. Shit happened in Chicago. No. You think it only happened in Chicago? No. Nobody made that pussy motherfucker. Even when he got locked up, he's supposed to, like, made an example of. You out raping, molesting children and shit like that. These motherfuckers should not be able to be even in jail. But a lot of them homosexuals anyway that's in jail. Don't tell me no gangster gay dude. Listen, you ain't gangster, dude. You gay. You play with people. Listen, I'm going to say this to all you niggas that be in jail playing gay games. Because I get sick of this shit too. But I want to put this out here. You niggas is in jail raping people, playing with people in booty holes. And I hear this shit in Chicago. A lot of Chicago shit in them jails. You niggas playing around, opening niggas' booties and spitting in them. You gay, nigga. Sorry. You a bunch of gay ass niggas. You think you just humiliating this dude? That's fine. But at the end of the day, motherfuckers need to start humiliating you for being gay. What nigga you trying to open up a nigga butt for? For what? What are you opening up another dude's butt to spit in it? I ain't helping no other dude open up no dude's butt. I wouldn't open up no other dude's butt and spit in it. You gay. I don't give a fuck how many niggas you shot or you beat up and how tough you think you is. You play around with other men, private parts, you gay. And that's the standards that shit should be. You let people, allowing people to run around and play gay games and say gay shit and think that shit is okay. It's not. And there's nothing wrong with you being gay. But now you harming people. I ain't never thought of no shit like that. You beat a dude up in jail and then you just, oh my God, you open his butt up and spit in it. Anybody that raped another man in jail, you was already gay. You thinking about raping another man. I'm going to take his booty. I'm going to get him. The booty bandits. I don't give a fuck how gangster they are. They gay. And there's nothing wrong with being gay, but you can't be sitting out here pretending that you ain't gay. Fuck out of here. You don't let no other man, that dude, his name, Tay, whatever his name is, Tay, whatever the fuck his name is from Chicago, this nigga get caught on camera. It got these transgender, another man sitting on your lap. Ain't no transgender sitting on my lap. I don't give a fuck if she cut the dick off and she ain't got it no more. He or she can't sit on my motherfucking lap. You ain't kissing me. Fuck out of here. You do that shit to me, you gonna fuck around and die. Especially if you just intentionally did that shit and I don't roll like that. Yeah, you die. Fuck out of here. I don't play that shit. People play too much with gay shit. And then these niggas want to run, oh, these niggas is gay and homosexuals and shit. Just like niggas allow rats to be rats. And then everybody saying, oh, you know, these rats. You ain't doing shit about it. Stop talking about it. You ain't going to do shit about it. Nobody that roll with you going to do nothing about it, so shut up. You let rats be rats. That's why Tekashi now ran around. The niggas in the industry, you still do good music. Well, you same dude talking about you ain't a rat, but you do music with a rat. Stop it. You can't have that shit both ways. Fuck out of here. Don't be speaking that shit in your music and then you turn around and then you do music with a rat. Just being associated with a rat will get you killed. I don't know what hoods you, I don't know how you niggas grew up. A lot of you young rap niggas are frauds anyway. You a bunch of fucking fraud ass niggas. What can I say, nigga? You can't be banging on bacon all day, nigga. You banging on breakfast, nigga? You banging your millionaire? You banging, nigga? Fuck out of here. What reputation I gotta keep with the streets other than, nigga, I'm a millionaire. I gotta get back. Niggas gonna respect me. My street credibility is what it is. Well, I still gotta prove my street credibility to niggas. Now, nigga, look, we about making this legal money, nigga. Let me help niggas out in the hood and try to change niggas to get on my level. I'm not buying you niggas guns to kill other niggas. I'm not doing that. You niggas are weirdos. You the niggas got the game fucked up. You can't keep blaming that on old niggas. You niggas are weirdos. Some of you niggas are weirdos. I ain't talking about all of y'all, but some of you niggas are weirdos, man. You got the game fucked up, nigga. You niggas are deciding to play around with gay shit. You decide to walk around with fucking leggings on. You're deciding that. You're deciding to walk around and shoot and kill innocent kids. You're deciding to be in jail spitting in niggas' booties and playing around with gay shit. You decided that. You decided to get, you talking about you so much of a gangster, but do music with a fucking rat. You decided that. Don't keep blaming old niggas for y'all shit. The rules was there. Regardless if the old niggas was there or not, the rules was there. You think all my OGs was around when I really got in the game? A lot of them was dead. A lot of them was locked up. A lot of them got out the game. Some of them got high. You think the rules wasn't there, though? They was there. They was there for y'all, and y'all decided to change the rules. Y'all okay with gay shit. Y'all okay with rats. Fuck out of here. Y'all okay with walking around looking feminine. You associate with a dude like Young Thug wearing dresses and shit. Young Thug would have got his ass beat. Walking around with a motherfucking dress and thinking that's okay. He can still walk around in a blood neighborhood. Or even, not even a blood, it's just a hood. And niggas in Atlanta thought that shit was okay. Man, get the fuck out of here. Ain't nothing cool about that. To me, that shit is homosexual shit. Behaviors. If you want to say that. You decided, a lot of you young niggas that think that shit is okay. So don't blame that on old niggas. Fuck out of here. You ain't seen us wear feminine shit like that. And the niggas that did do that, nigga, we shunned them. Believe you me. We didn't play around with rats. We didn't play around with niggas walking around being on some homosexual shit unless we knew them niggas, they was homosexual. They gay? Okay, cool. And we still keep a little distance from them. Don't play like that, man. Niggas play too much, man. And then try to blame other niggas for their bad decisions that they made and they allowed. Fuck out of here. But anyway, let's move on. I mean, matter of fact, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Alright, people, we back from quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Make sure you guys share the videos, man. Hit the like button, people. Yeah, man. Let's move on, man. That shit was on my mind because I was hearing young niggas, like, some young niggas was speaking. And they was saying, like, I seen some shit, and the niggas was saying, like, you know, try to blame it on the old niggas. They ain't been here to teach us. The nigga, the rules was there already. Y'all decided to be okay with homosexual shit. Y'all was okay with wearing them tight-ass jeans like that. Thought that shit was stylish. I remember when that shit first came out, I remember little niggas in the hood was like, man, them niggas look gay. And then next thing you know, I turn around, these niggas wearing that shit. Fuck out of here, bro. Don't blame us, nigga. We ain't in the streets. The old niggas gone. Y'all say y'all the niggas now. Hey, what's y'all rules? Y'all break y'all own motherfucking rules, or y'all don't have no rules. You can put some rules in, nigga, but the rules was already there. Only motherfuckers that wore tight pants back in the day like that, especially in my era, was niggas that went to work. You know what I mean? Because you did uniforms or some shit. Or old school niggas. Because, like, niggas in the... And they ain't wear they shit that tight. But the old school niggas. Niggas back from, like, in the 80s and 70s and shit. But that's how they kind of wore they shit a little bit. But they wasn't tight like this shit. They wasn't wearing no spandex and all that shit. Wearing these skinny jeans. They wasn't wearing that shit, nigga. They had Jordache and Lee's on or something, nigga. They wasn't tight like that. The fuck out of here with that shit, nigga. Let's move on.
could have been biased in their expression of the case during presentation. That's number one. Number two, when you have an elected official who is in charge of policy and their bias is before them, but they are acting as if they are actually fair people, fair arbitrators of justice, but they are racist against a particular demographic. If they were racist against your culture, you would not want them judging policy for you and your family. You would want them to be exposed so they would not have position of power over you. Correct? Does that make sense to you, brother?
I mean, of course it makes sense. Like,
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right.
It seems that we're fighting against, at least you, against the ghost, because most Republicans are like, oh yeah, it's super cool when a cop kills an innocent black person, or we love racism. Like that's
so
just,
you're saying
you damn sure don't stand up against it. We didn't say y'all was running. All of y'all was just running around saying y'all was okay with cops killing black people, or y'all okay with racism. But when there's somebody in your fucking party, in your camp, that says they're representing y'all should have a fucking problem with it. But y'all don't speak on it. You on Fox News all the time, bro. They say racist shit all the time. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then, listen, fuck the political reaction to that. Yeah, y'all do. Yeah, y'all do. Y'all run around. When you don't say shit, you be quiet or you make excuses for the racist shit. Yeah, you do. You're basically screaming at the people that look like me. I can't speak for other races of people, but I know for me, I can speak for my people that just really about their people. Yes. You do scream that out. You do say that to us. I understand that your intellect ain't that high, so you probably won't understand what I'm saying. You side with motherfuckers, or you make excuses for people that says shit like that, and you're still part of a party that allows it. Then yes, you're no different than them, just because you didn't say it, motherfucker. Just like when I was out in the street and my dudes did whatever they did. I couldn't say, oh, well, I ain't do it. No, nigga had to ride. I don't give a fuck what he did or what he said. Hey, we riding. Y'all this, y'all that. Okay, we that then. Because I ride with my dudes. Now, is that ignorant? At the time? To me, no. But at the time, but look back at it, yes. Most ignorant shit ever. One of the most ignorant shit ever. But I cannot say that I wasn't ignorant and I wasn't okay with it. Because I ain't do it and I ain't say it. I still roll with it. I justify it by rolling with it. But not even speaking up against it. And saying, no, fuck that, man. Hey. Not checking my dudes. In certain incidents. This shit ain't complicated. You don't need a fucking PhD for this. But all this education he got, he still don't understand that because he's a racist. Anyway, let's move on. And he's part of the stupid people. Regardless if he pretending to be stupid or he's just that damn stupid. Either way, to me, I don't really give a fuck. But let's move on.
You're saying that
it's not happening in this country.
I got you. So I think I understand what you're saying. You're saying that because the vast majority of cops are not saying the N-word in text messages, or the vast majority of elected officials are not being caught being racist outside of their job, you're saying that I should not highlight the injustices they bring.
No.
What are you saying?
You can do whatever you want. I just think that this isn't a show that
I definitely appreciate that.
A lot of people watch, and that's great.
Yeah.
But how do these specific issues affect most of your watchers? I'm not entirely sure, but not only this show, but when I look at a lot of other shows, it seems like they'll rather talk about these issues than about all the other things that affect us. Case in point, the southern border, for example. Like, how many times have you talked about that today or this week or last week? Sorry.
You don't watch my show, do you?
Listen, he doesn't. But then at the same time, you're on a platform, and the shit that you watch only talk about that. When I watch Fox News, I don't hear none of these stories coming up that Dr. Richie talk about unarmed cops killing a black man until it get on that platform, until it gets nationalized in that way. These incidents are happening damn near every day or every other day or once a week or once a month. These are happening. These issues are happening. But Fox News don't talk about that, so only thing that you see on the platforms that you go to is seeing what you want to see. Listen, I will admit to everybody, I don't talk about the immigration shit like that. I don't do stories about that. And the reason I don't do it, and I would explain and tell people the honest truth of my opinion of the reason I don't. And the reason I don't do it is because I know the game. I know why they want to talk about it. I ain't saying it ain't an issue. What I'm saying is, you can't play political games with me or talking about these issues. Because listen, and I'll be honest about it, immigration doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect black culture in that way. They just made it lately that it affects us, where they dumping immigrants into our community and taking up our resources. But I knew that was going to be the game. But I don't just blame Republicans for that. I blame Democrats as well. So I don't have to keep talking about some shit that I already know the game of. And I know why even both sides do it. So why talk about it? If the government ain't going to fix it, what we going to keep talking about it for? And they can fix it. They can fix this shit today. They got bills and policies right there. They got their own policies, Republicans, and they didn't fix it. Or at least attempt to try to fix it. Fuck am I talking about? Why am I wasting my motherfucking time when there's people out here actually dying? They ain't trying to stop the fentanyl from coming in here. They ain't trying to stop the cartels from coming in here. Why the fuck I care? And how this racist piece of shit gonna get here and talk about, we need to talk more about it. Talk to your party about it. Do you go on Fox News and tell them why the Republicans didn't pass this last policy? No, you talk about the politics of why they didn't pass it. Motherfucker. Talk to me about that shit. I don't care. Listen, it's not I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and talk about some shit that I already know what it is. When I talk about these race issues, I believe somehow black people don't understand what the fuck be going on. Some of this shit I talk about, I believe a lot of Americans don't understand what I'm talking about. And white folks and other races of people, they don't know. Because they stuck in the bubble. But immigration, fuck out of here. Not talking about that shit. If you don't know what's going on with immigration right now, we can't keep talking about it. They had a bill, a bipartisan bill that was more right than left. The left didn't want this bill. They played them. We knew y'all wasn't going to do nothing about it. It's all y'all shit in there. We just want the Ukraine shit, and we want the Israel shit package. But all this other shit that y'all want to do, go ahead. We can do it. What happened? What happened, people? What happened? Trump said, nah, we can't run off of that great white hope. We can't run. No, don't pass that. Don't agree and vote on that and pass that policy. even though it's something that we all wanted on the right. But don't do it because I want to keep on bashing the Democrats and I want to run it, in the political play games with it. So they didn't want to solve it. So what are you talking about? How's it an issue when your party is playing around with the issue? It makes no fucking sense. Don't tell me he should talk about it more. We should talk about it more. Why? Why are we talking about it? We had a solution. We had a policy. Your side of the party turned it down for one guy because he wanted to run on it the rest of the year. What are we going to talk about it for? What the fuck, man? We're amongst the stupid. We're amongst the stupid. This ain't a left-wing talking point. These are facts. These are shit that I actually researched. I actually watched them do. I actually heard Trump say it. I actually heard Republicans that was a part of that so-called read the bill or didn't even read the bill. No, we're not going to do it. Then I did research on them of the policy the policy that was in the stuff that was in the policy. These were the same Republicans that was with it. They want this shit. It was more about what they wanted. And they still decided, nah, we ain't going to vote for it because Trump. Fuck are we talking about? Why we got to talk about immigration? Why? Why would I keep talking about it? Why would I make this a habit of keep talking about some shit that we had the Congress that was willing from the Senate, that was willing to do it, but then when it came down, even the Senate Republicans, they didn't want to do it because they got pressure from Trump. Please, bro. We not playing these games. Listen. Come on, man. I'd have thought this shit was serious if fuck what Trump said and they say, you know what, we still voting for him, we gonna send it down to him. I'd have respect that from the Senate Republicans. I'd have respect that from the Republican Party. They didn't do that. What are we talking about? Why are we gonna keep talking about immigration? Why? See, immigration to me, a fucking real bill is to give DACAs their citizenship. That's real shit. But Democrats knew these niggas wasn't going to do nothing. That's why they said, we give you everything in that month. That? Okay. We give you that. Everything you want. But let's just put, Ukraine funding on it. And let's go ahead and put the Israel government and Ghana shit on there, the finances. And y'all can have all that. They knew they wasn't going to do it. The Democrats knew it. The Democrats knew they wasn't going to do it. Because what else can they run on? The Hunter Biden and Joe Biden cabal or Biden and them stole money. That motherfucker, he just got arrested. They main witness got arrested for lying about it. He lied. So what else they got to run on? So why would I talk about immigration? Number one, immigration does not affect black people. They just made it at this point that it does because they're sending people, the Republicans, sending these immigrants to our communities. Believe it or not, they've been in our communities taking up some of the resources. Immigrants been doing that. Listen, people, I live in Baltimore City. I've been a part of Baltimore City over West Baltimore. It's a whole goddamn building full of fucking immigrants. Whole building. And it ain't just only one, but I delivered to whole building full of immigrants. They ain't got no motherfucking... Listen, people, listen. These people ain't got no motherfucking citizenship yet. They deep in the black community. They been there. Probably been there for years. Some of them. How that been affecting black people? And I'm talking all immigrants. I ain't talking about they just black or they just Mexican. No, white people. Jewish people, different nationality in our community. They're not nowhere else. So that's why I was looking at Chicago motherfuckers. They shut y'all stupid asses up. Go sit the fuck down. You been poor. For these motherfuckers guy, you think that they took resources from you? Fuck no. They ain't gave you them resources yet. Them resources that those immigrants are getting, nigga, that don't help y'all. Because if it did, they would have took the goddamn money and put it somewhere else. Please stop allowing these stupid people to sit here and black people, stop allowing these racists to use you on national platform. You get on TV, oh my God, we went to our community leader and they taking resources. Bitch, shut up. Fuck out of here. They ain't been giving black people resources in their community. Fuck are you talking about? Now y'all want to side with racists. See, you don't want to hear my real opinion about that. That's why I don't really talk about immigration. Because you don't want to hear my real opinion. Because I get mad at my people for some of my people for being stupid and just listening to these ignorant motherfuckers. These racist pieces of shit. And you sitting there agreeing with them. Yeah, they come and take resources. Bitch, they ain't gave y'all the resources yet. If the resources have been there, why ain't getting to y'all yet? Why they wait till the immigrants to come to get them resources? Please stop. Them shit's been there. They ain't gave them to you. And then you just going, oh. Yeah, you can blame the Democrats. Why the Republicans will send them to your state, though. If they cared about your community. So you can blame the Democrats, but you got to blame the Republicans, too. So then you just blame the whole fucking Congress for it. You gotta be fair about shit. You can't sit there, oh, I'm just gonna blame this side. No, bitch, it's both sides that did it. They both sides took your resources away, if you want to say that. They both took it. They knew that was gonna happen. The resources been there. You think they just all of a sudden found some resources? No, the resources been there. They ain't give it to you black Negroes, those Democrats that you keep voting in. And then you try to, blame it on the Democrats. Why the Republicans would do that to you since they cared about you? Huh? The Republicans care about you. Trump and them care about you. Governor Abbott, Ron DeSantis care about you. But they send them to your community, though. They bust them and fly them out to your community to hurt your community. They didn't send them to the white community, did they? Did they? Did they send them to the white school to have them in there? Did they send them to the white hotels? No, they sent them to your fucking community. Stop the nonsense. My people, wake the fuck up. Stop being bamboozled by nonsense. It ain't, listen, it is an issue at the border, but the other side ain't serious. And neither is the Democrats to a certain extent. But don't blame one side for that. The fuck out of here. I wish my people would not continue to not get bamboozled by these stupid people, by these fucking racists. Because that's what they are. They didn't send them into the white community. You hear the white community getting outraged? Fuck no. They outraged because of the simple fact of the racist people, the racist politicians making them feel like they're in their community. That is not true. The immigrants goes to the black communities. Remember that. We should have been outraged then, if that's the case, because they only sent them to our community. Let's be real. All the minority immigrants, even if they black, they send them to our community, African, whatever they send them to ours. They don't be out there in the white communities. And it depends if they got a little money or something. That's different. They got to come from some money or something. But a lot of them, they ain't got no money. Nigga, they send them to our community. They send the poor where the poor is. Fuck out of here. Y'all had no problem with that. Now you do. Because what, the Republicans finally... Why they ain't send them to a community where it's some black people that live in a community with a whole bunch of white folks that's doing very well? Why they ain't send them there? Huh? Huh? I'll wait. Listen, some of my black folks, y'all playing yourself, man. Y'all gotta stop with this immigration shit. Y'all motherfuckers, that shit don't affect y'all like that. It doesn't. It doesn't. A lot of the immigrants that work certain jobs, y'all don't even want to work them bitches. Stop it. You don't want to work them bitches. A lot of you black folks then got sedity. Believe it or not, y'all don't want to work some of them jobs that these Mexicans and immigrants work. Fuck out of here, man. You don't want to work some of the African brothers and sisters that come from the continents. You don't work them jobs. Shit, you bitch and complain about it all the time. I see black people all the time bitch and complain about them same jobs. Them Mexicans ain't complaining about it. That's the difference. You niggas bitch and complain about those jobs when you get them. And then when the Mexicans get them, they don't bitch and complain. See, that's the difference. Because you niggas then got bougie. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with it. You want some shit upscale you want to do. I get it. We've been around a long time. I get it. But don't bitch and complain, oh, they taking away all our jobs. Fuck out of here. Y'all don't even want to work them jobs, bro. You get them jobs and you bitch and complain about it. A lot of y'all. Stop it. Stop the nonsense shit, man. Don't let these people bamboozle you, man. Y'all don't want to work that shit. Seriously. I had black folks because they worked at I done seen this shit. I done seen black people that work they was working in the warehouse, right? It don't matter what warehouse they was from, but and they see the custodians. They don't treat them like equals. They don't. But then soon them Mexicans, the immigrants move up to get those jobs where they work at that they bitch and complain about. Then all of a sudden you mad because you mad at the immigrants and the Mexicans or whoever to work them jobs. You didn't like the fucking job. Don't get mad at them because they don't complain about it. That's a step up for them. For you, I get it. It's not really a step up for you, but I get it. I get it, but don't be hating on another motherfucker. Or listen, don't let these white supremacists fuck y'all up, man. I keep saying this shit. The shit ain't really like what y'all think it is, man. They playing y'all. They playing a lot of y'all. See, I work in the work field. I've been working this shit all my life. I done work down in every job in the work field. Like, I'm talking about in the work field, like warehouses, like hard labor shit. Don't let these people bamboozle you, man. Fuck out of here, man. My black people, y'all need to wake the fuck up. Don't let these people bamboozle y'all, man. These ain't jobs y'all want to work anyway. Y'all bitch and complain about them all the time. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here. And then what the racists do, right? The businesses, they vote against the immigrants coming over here, but they still get these illegal immigrants to work in their businesses. They'll take them over y'all. You mad at the wrong people. You mad at the immigrants because they got taken over y'all and they getting paid less. Yeah, it should make you mad, but don't be mad at them. Be mad at the motherfucking company. Expose the company for doing that shit. The fuck out of here. You blaming the wrong people. It's just sad sometimes, man. That's why I don't like talking about immigration, bro. This shit is just like people just like they act like they forget about this shit. Like they just like they ignorant to it. And it's like, yo, well, stop listening to certain shit if you don't know all the facts. Look at your own fucking behavior half of the time. What niggas you know work on farms unless they grew up on the farm or own the farm? Or they live in the South like that. Black people don't, even in the South, black people don't be in the motherfucking field like that. The Mexicans do. Fuck are you mad about? Can't get no job in the field. Bitch, you ain't want to work in no field. As a black person, I tell you. Man, you offer me, listen, unless that motherfucking field job offered me about $50 an hour, then I'll work there. And that bitch better be with some benefits. And that's the only way I would even think about it. I ain't gonna say I would, but I would think about it. Because you gotta figure at the taxes and all that other shit and how much they gonna tax you. Like, oh, nah. Man, I ain't working no field. You don't work on no motherfucking farm. Unless it's my own farm. Fuck out of here. Nigga. Fuck out of here. Unless my family owned it. Like, you know me, some shit like that. Like, nah, I ain't working in no fucking field. Please, be serious. My people. Some of y'all, be serious about yourselves. Be serious about the situation. Don't be sitting out here just getting mad about some shit. I ain't seen these dumbass black people sitting there, you know, on national TV, letting these people interview them. Well, they just coming here and they just taking over and they getting benefits that the benefits been there. Why they ain't never get to y'all? Why they ain't never fix nothing in your neighborhood then? Because some benefits been there. They ain't just all of a sudden had those benefits. It wasn't no type of emergency fund, because that's a lot of them say it's an emergency fund, right? The politicians say it's an emergency fund. Okay, ain't no an emergency in your community, black folks? We mad at them for? Listen, I ain't saying all the immigrants come over here, they good people. I'm just saying, don't be mad at people that you shouldn't be mad at. That's all I'm saying, man. See, I speak truth over here. Like I told you, in 2024, I'm not sugarcoating shit. We gonna be 100. I'm gonna get mad at my people. I'm gonna get mad at people for doing stupid shit. Seriously, it ain't no more to sitting back, because they black giving them passes. No, I'm not doing that shit. A lot of you motherfuckers, some of you black folks, y'all be wilding, man, and y'all be doing too much. Out there wilding. And then don't even know the game, and then you want to be mad. They're giving all this shooters away. What the fuck? It been there. It haven't been an emergency in your community. Why they ain't do nothing for your community yet? Why is our streets and our community fucked up? I've been to White Areas. That street's good. Ain't no bumps. Only bump they got is them bumps, them what they call it, like the slow down bumps, like, that's what, They only bumps. Slow your ass down from speeding in the community. But ain't no bumps. That shit smooth. Not in your community. Shit, I live in the community. Nigga, all my motherfucking shit up there fucked up. All that whole road, Patapsco, fucked up. Everything fucked up. You can't do nothing. Shit, you can't even drive 25 miles per hour without fucking your car up. You can't even do the speed limit and your motherfucking car won't get fucked up or fuck your tires up. Man, please, man. Black people, y'all complain about the wrong shit, man. And try to blame other niggas for it. Blame other people for this shit. When your mom, and then you keep voting for even the Democrats. You sit there, you're mad at the Democrats. Nigga, blame yourselves. You vote for them same Democrats, or you don't vote. So if you ain't voting, I don't know what you complaining about. And I'm being dead honest about that. I'm talking to black people now. Right, fuck out of here. What are you complaining about? You don't vote. So what are you complaining about? Well, it don't do nothing. Okay, well, okay, cool. Well, don't complain about shit. Don't complain about crime. Don't complain about you not getting, the benefits that you need because you didn't vote to try to get any of that. So what are you mad about? See, I speak truth to power, nigga. I'm not playing around. You motherfuckers playing. It's like stupid racist white people voting against their own livelihood. And then they sit there and wonder why their life's still fucked up. Black people, you do the same thing when you say you ain't voting. Please stop it. Don't talk to me. If voting don't work, then what are you complaining about then? We can't ask people to pass policies if we ain't trying to vote to get the right people in there. And I know it's frustrating, but because if you don't get your person in there, but that's how the shit work. But that's why we should be out more participating and pushing people to the agenda to get the right person in there. Get a lot of people to understand where this person, the candidate that we're talking about. We got to do the work. What you sitting around waiting on other motherfuckers? Come on, bro. Fuck out of here, man. I don't want to hear no dudes. I don't care who you are as a black person. Stop talking to me about what you got a problem with and you don't vote. Seriously. And I'm dead. I'm so honest about that. We can't complain about shit if we ain't voting. I don't give a fuck if you don't vote for the candidate, but vote for something else. Vote for another candidate. Vote for the third party or something. I don't care. Well, we got to know when not to vote for a candidate. If they going to throw this Democrat, no, we not voting for you, bro. Fuck out of here, man. You got to let the Democrats know, nigga, we not going to keep voting for you. You keep throwing these same type of people, we not voting for them. And we not just talking about the presidency, nigga. We talking about all the way down. We not fucking with you. Black people gotta get organized, man. That's what hurt us. That's why we get disrespected. That's why they treat it, even the Democrat Party, they treat us the way we do because we ain't organized. Them sellout Democrats, a lot of them black ones. Hey, man. Tell them you don't represent us, nigga. Put that on the ballot. Push that. Push these shit that we talking about. You gotta be honest about that shit. They've been talking about reparations for a long time. We can't have a fucking bill about reparations when you got Democrats in there. Damn near probably half of them don't even want to give black people reparations. So we thinking that we gonna get the Republicans to do it? To side with us? We only got half of the Democrats. Fuck. Motherfuckers crazy, man. Got to be real. I ain't putting no candidate in that motherfucker. I ain't voting. If I'm black people, I ain't voting for no candidate that ain't putting reparations in it. I don't give a fuck who they is. They could be black, white, whatever they is. They ain't voting for black people to give reparations. I'm not voting for you. See, you got to make a stand on certain shit. But black people, we so weak. A lot of us so weak. We settle for shit that we shouldn't settle for. We don't even know when to take a stand. We start just settling for shit that we don't have to settle. Y'all settle for Biden. And then now y'all bitching and complaining about Biden. Why? You settle for him. I sat there for about 2-3 years before the election happened. I told y'all we should not be voting for Biden. He's not going to do nothing. He's not. Not for black people. If that's what black people really wanted. But no, a lot of y'all came out, we just got to get Trump out there. I said, no, give him the next 4 years. We can get rid of this motherfucker. All we had to do was vote for the Democrats and the see. Y'all don't even know how a lot of y'all don't even know how black people don't even know how politics work. We could let Trump be in there. We could have let him be in there. He'd have been there right now. We'd have been getting rid of Trump. Ain't got to worry about him no more. Right? Now, all we had to do is you know what the Republicans are doing? The House Republicans? They fucking Biden agenda all up. It was the Senate at first. Republicans. And then the House took over. Now the Senate Republicans look like they on some good shit. They ain't. These motherfuckers all in cahoots. That's all the Democrat Party had to do. Like, nigga, we get the House, we got the Senate, nigga, we ain't passing none of that shit. Fuck out of here. Anything Trump had, no. Nope. Unless they give us everything we want, just like this last policy that they did with the border bill, unless it's something like that, then yeah, we'll ride. We all on board. See, Democrats don't even know how to play the game no more because you got a bunch of old ass liberal people in office only in there just to have a name and be in power, and they don't even, they out of touch. Fuck out of here, bro. We could let Trump be in there. We just had to, get the House or the Senate. All right, Trump, you won. Cool. Biden, nah, nigga, we not putting you in there. Fuck that. Not voting for you, bro. And black people could have made a stand. We don't believe you. We don't believe you. You can get Kamala Harris. We don't believe you. Sorry. Your record doesn't show that you're going to do something different. Yeah. Yeah. Trump? No. We ain't voting for Trump. No. We just not voting for you. That's all I've been trying to tell people for years before the last election happened. Nigga, just get the House and just get enough people in there. Democrats say, no, we're not voting for none of that shit. Same thing the Republicans do. Biden ain't getting shit done because the House Republicans, they ain't passing shit. You think Democrats can't do that? Yeah, they can. And if Democrats are smart, like, yeah, we only passing policies that make sense. Believe it or not, they actually did do that when Trump was actually in office. That's the crazy shit about it. Yeah, it was some shit that they fucked up and shit like that. What really did the Republicans really do to pass policies other than pass taxes? A lot of that shit that they passed, that was shit, executive orders. And Biden got right in there and switched all that shit. Come on, man. The fucking Democrats ain't smart enough. But anyway, this is why I'm not a Democrat, because I already know that these motherfuckers, they don't fight back, and they just, I don't know if they ain't smart enough, but they're just, and I believe they're just part of the motherfucking game that Republicans do. But they try to pretend that they're not. So that's why I'm not a Democrat. I know the game, bro. I've been watching this shit for years. They play the same game, bro. But anyway, let's move on. What's up, bro? I'm gonna hit you up soon I get off, bro. Hit everybody up. LT, everybody. I'm gonna hit y'all up soon I get off. Everybody, leave your comments, hit that like button, support your boys, your boy, Mr. OBI. Peace and love to the world.